This video I'm going to show you how to do an Adobe Spark page. So I will just get logged in. If you do not have an account and you need help creating an account, you can watch the other video. If your students are over 13, they can just click on the sign in with Google. If they're under 13, then you'll need to create a class account. So once we get in here, if you're just brand new, then your screen might look a little different. But if you had an account before, then we're going to click on the yellow circle. And then the one that we're going to do today is the page. So we're going to click on the page. So right away, when it loads up, it gets us to put in a title. So I'm going to put in my title, Happy New Year's 2017 will be awesome. In that subtitle, the students could put in their name. They could, as long as they don't put in their first and last name, then they'll be fine. Then click on the plus sign at the bottom of the page and click on photo. What this will do is it will replace the gray background with a photo. You have the option to upload a photo. So if you want instructions on how to take pictures, save pictures, all that stuff, I have another video on how to do that. You can watch that. But if you just want to use the photos that are built right into the program, you just click on Find Photos. So I'm just going to type in New Year's. And now I will pick a picture. So I'm going to choose the fireworks. Or I guess it's not fireworks, it's firecracker. Now let's say it's a sparkler. If I don't want this, I can click on this and I can press replace. And let's say I want the one with the fireworks. And now there is my picture. Also, when I click on the picture, I have the option to click on focal point, and I can choose what I want the focal point to be. Sometimes you can do that on any picture that you put in here. Sometimes it just doesn't have the focal point that you might want it to have. So then I press save. And then down at the bottom here, it says scroll to start writing your story. So I scroll down, and now you can see that there's a plus sign. So I'm going to click on the plus sign, and the first thing I'm going to do is put in the text. So I'm going to put in a text, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose H1 for heading 1. And in here, this is going to be my heading for my section. New Year's fun. So now that I have this in here, I have the option of centering it, left, right, justification, putting it as kind of a quote. But I'm going to do it as a heading, and it's going to be centered. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to do a glide show. And so to do a glide show, I click on the plus sign, and then I click on the glide show. Now, what a glide show does is it puts a whole bunch of pictures in as the background, and then you can put text over top. So I'm going to choose this one, this one, this one. That one. And so now what you can do is it puts them in the order that you selected them. But maybe you don't want them in that order. Maybe I want 2017 to be up higher. So I can just click on the arrow up, and now it's up higher. And then maybe I don't want these trees. I can just click on this picture and press delete. So now I only have 3 pictures in my glide show. I could add more if I want, but that's completely up to you. Now I press save. So this is saving the pictures that are in my glide show. And now when I scroll through, those are my pictures of the background. But what I can do now is I can click on these little boxes with the plus sign, and I can add text over top. So let's say here I want to put in a quote. I'm going to click quote. Whoops. Oh, there. I don't know what's going on with my quote here. I'm gonna make it a heading 1. New year, new fun, new adventures. Now I'm gonna make it a quote. There, now it's showing up. And so now the text goes right over top. And if I want to add more text, let's say I want to make a bulleted list, I can click on the list and then I can say we can go skating, have fireworks, toast to the new year, whatever I want to say. I can make a bulleted list. Now let's say, oh, that's enough that I want to put on this picture. Then I can scroll down and I can put something on this picture. So I'm going to click on the plus sign, and this time I'm going to add a photo. So I'm going to find a photo that I might want to use. I'm going to use this one. That one's cool. And then if I want to add a caption to this photo, I can. So fireworks and lightning. Or fireworks. That's fine. But let's say, oh, I decide I want to have a title above this. Rather than just the caption, I can click on this plus sign and I can put in a text box. So it's very versatile. You don't have to do it necessarily in the order that you're thinking. And now I could keep on adding more if I wanted. I could put in another picture if I wanted here. And it just keeps scrolling. And then as you scroll onto the next page, you can add more. So here, what I want to show you is how we do a video. So if I click on video, what I need to do is open up another tab, and I find a video on YouTube. I click on this share option and then just copy. So highlight the text and then Control C is copy, and then Control V is paste, and then you just press save. And now the video comes up in here. I could add another video if I wanted. Another thing you can do is you can click on here and you can add a button. And so let's say I want this to be Google search is what I want it to say. So then in here, I type in the website and press save, or I could copy and paste it. Well, let's say I want that button to be centered. I just click on it, press edit, and I can center it. Press save. Now these boxes also could move around as well. So I can, as long as I have these 4 arrows, I can drag this box around. I can drag it over to the side as well. So that's kind of handy. You're not just limited to have it on the one side. And then also, once you get below that glide show, then more options come up. So now, let's say if I just put a photo in right here, it just puts in the photo. I can't type over top of it. I can't do anything. It's just one photo, but you can see the whole thing and you can add a caption. So that's the difference between a glide show and a photo. The photo doesn't take up the whole space. The other thing, you can add a button, and that's just another link. You can add a video, so same way that we did it before. So you just copy and paste the video. But again, then it takes up more space and it's not over top of a picture. So that's the difference there. And then you also have a photo grid option. And here you just choose a whole bunch of pictures and it puts it into a photo grid for you. On each picture, you can move the pictures around. You can choose that you want it to be a large photo, a small photo. You can replace it, you can delete it. When you have your photo grid how you want it, then that's how the photo grid shows up. So it's just an opportunity to have a lot more pictures. And then if you want at the end, if you want to put in another glide show, you can do that again. You can have as many glide shows in here as you want. And some people will have their glide shows and then just separated by text. And so in the next video, I will show you how to save it. Obviously, you know that you can press preview so that way you can see what it looks like. And in the next video, I'll show you how to save it and share it with others.